So in this video, we are going to learn how to use the functions and how JavaScript code is run behind the screen and which types of extensions the browsers are currently using. So basically, first we will understand which browsers will use the different on which basis they will run. So first Chrome. So Chrome will be running with the V8 engine and next, Microsoft Edge is running on the Chakra, and then we are having Mozilla Firefox that is running on SpiderMonkey, and then we are having Safari that's running on JavaScript Core Engine, WebKit, something like those things. And here currently everyone nowadays everyone is using the browser, so browser is using the V8 engine. And here the thing is that application is connected with the V8 engine, and this engine is connected with the Node.js. So I had told you, so to run the JavaScript program, you need to have a Node.js. So you can go to the Google and just download the Node.js properly. And then here the Node.js he's been sent the code is sent to the event stack and event loop. Then you can see the things on the diagram. These are the systematic way they are already clearly mentioned you. If you want to still know how these things are being run behind the screen, you can take this picture as a reference. In this one you can see that stack, task queue and event loop and call stack and many other things are in there. So how this will be running, it means synchronous and asynchronous multiple things are there in this one. So that time event loop will be more considering thing. So as a now uh, we will be ignoring for this one currently. After when we will start the asynchronous part, I will tell you how it works in the call stack and much many other things. So without wasting the time, we will go for the code. And already in the previous video we have seen this one questions and many more things. And I will remove, and then I will go for the browser and I will show you the proper nodes for this one. And here also you can see the clearly the JavaScript code is connected with the HTML code, and this HTML code it is sent to the compiler. So in the compiler also we will get errors. So that is known as compile time errors. So compile time error in the sense, for suppose here inside this one, let a is equal to 20. This is a normal. Then if we make a let b is equal to, one side I have added a this one string, another side I have removed the this one quotes. So what does it will do means, it will while compiling only it will remove the, it will throw an error undetermined string literal. So you can see it is throwing a proper error. So same thing if we are going to write with a another time cannot redeclare the block scope. So it is, these are the errors thrown while compiling only. And here next we are having runtime error and compile time error, two things we are having. Already we have seen the compile time error. So then next time runtime error. So runtime errors are those errors which can be later we can handle using try catch and many more other things. So currently you can ignore this part and just remember how it works. And then whatever the data it will get, it will send to the operating system, and then operating system will send you the output. So browse, this is the browser, and many execution will happen here, much more things. And here we will start with the function. So basically it is used to perform multiple operations or multiple tasks at a same time. And here we are having some of the examples also. We are having anonymous functions and named functions. First we will try with the anonymous function. A function without name is called as an anonymous function. So basically this anonymous function we will not write directly like this. So basically a function, and here something like, if we write like this, it will throw it as a undefined expected identifier expected. So here what it this type of functions currently we will use for the callback and many more other things. We will see this one in the next example. Next we are having the named function. Already in the previous video you have seen the, I have given a function for the leap year function. Leap year already I have same example I'm taking, for that you should not confuse. And then console.log hello, this is from bit by bit code. And then what we will do, we will call this leap year, and then we will go for this one hello, this is from bit by bit code, you can see. So the what we have did, we have called the functions and continuously we have changed this one. And here I will remove this hosting, let it be. And then, so first example you have seen, and the next example is function as an expression. So function as an expression, it is having a simple definition I already have written. If function expression in JavaScript is a syntax construct that create a function object within a expression or another syntax. So this is the some complex I have written. So I will tell you the simple example. Let a is equal to, see here, there is another thing I have written in this one. One is the implicit and explicit. First, I will tell you the implicit and what it will throw, how it will behaves function. And then in the anonymous function, I have told you that that cannot be used as directly. That anonymous function I'm using now here, you can see console.log of a, not a, hello, and then a, okay, hello. It's throwing hello. And then if we same if we call the same thing inside the console.log, then we will get one small error, not error, we will get one undefined with that same thing. So this is why it will happen, because we are not giving any return here. If you are not providing any return thing, then how it will understand that by default the browser, what it will do, it will provide undefined. So for that we are getting the undefined. If we don't want to get the undefined, what we should do means, instead of this after this console return is to remove undefined. Okay. Now, if you go to the browser and see the same thing, remove undefined. Now, undefined is not there. Whatever the string I have given, that thing is been written here. So for that, we use the implicit and explicit function, and here one one of the main thing that is the definition. The definition you may get, everyone is preferring the different definitions. So you can go to the Median Docs or W3 School. They are having multiple types of definitions and much more things. So here what we have learned is anonymous function, named function, and function with expression. So basically this function with expression will be written and it is stored inside one variable. Then next we are having higher order function and callback function. So this is the one of the most important, and I will start give with the simple example. Function, higher order function. Okay, this one example I have given, that is this this example I have written, that is a simple example. You can take this for the currently console.log first. Okay, and then what we will do, we will call this HOC, and then we will write on another function as a callback. Okay, then callback. After this one, console.log, then we will write it as a second. Then what we will do, we will call this function inside the this one callback. Okay. Now tell me what will be the our output first. So our output will be first, or this will be the second. Like this, you are thinking, okay, it's making mistake first. Now this, either this will be hello will be the first, or the world will be the first now. So you can see the thing is, there will be not a tricky. The execution will be different. Basically, what we have seen in the previous one, the line number one first it executes, and then line number two will be executed. Like this, we have seen. But now, what it is happening? It is printing the this after line, and it's printing the before line. Why this is happening? So here, when first we are calling the function. Inside this function, after this one, we are inside this calling the function. We have called another function as a callback, and this callback function is called here. So you can see, after callback is called here, so what it will do first, it will try to print this hello. After this one, it will try to print the previous its own function. So this is how it will work the behind the screen. So this is the one of the simple example I have given for the higher order and the callback. And you can have some multiple examples, other examples also. We'll give one another example with the same thing. Okay, function HOC, and then we are going to pass some arguments. as a 10 comma 20 comma, and I will call one function. And here you can, in this example, you can see I have called the anonymous function directly, and with the same thing we are going to call in this our code also. Okay, what we will do. And here this 10 and 20 is known as arguments, and the above whatever we are going to write inside the above first time, that is known as parameters. What we will store it as a b and then c. So what how it stores means this 10 is stored inside this a and this 20 is stored inside this b, and this another the function is stored inside the c. So what we are going to do, c is equal to c inside the braces. uh, okay, what I will do directly instead of this one, here I will write it directly. Now inside the c, a comma b I will write. So what is happening here? Now this a will be passed inside this one. Now c comma d means what is happening here? This a, whatever the data is inside the a, that will be stored inside the c, and b will be stored inside the d. Then what we are doing? We are consoling the output and going to check c plus d. Okay, what will be showed or output should be means 10 plus 20, that should be 30. Then we will go for to check what is the data it is storing. So you can see the data it is storing is 30. So what you have learned here means the higher order function and callback function both are one of the most important topic in this one. And here uh, you can see the examples also already written. The what it will do means it will call the another function previously. I will you can read the definition here properly. A function which accepts another function as an argument is called as a higher order function, and a callback function, a function which will be passed as a value into the another function, is called as a callback function. So these are this one of the simple definition I have given you. A function which accepts another function as a argument is known as a higher order function. That's a simple example. And then next we are having one arrow function. The one of the, you can say, important arrow function which has been released in the ES6 features. So let a is equal to, and this is written like this, console.log of hello. Okay, and then hello is printed. If I console this a, do you think that I will get undefined again? Let we will check that how it works. So again, we are getting the undefined. So this is also one of that function, but it doesn't require a return. But previously in the named function, we there is a must and should be return should be written. And here, if I remove this one curly braces and still if I print, it will be printed because arrow function is made such a way like that. If it is a single line of code that doesn't need any uh, curly braces, you can write it directly, and it doesn't even require this. Okay. Some examples I have written here. You can take this example. It doesn't require any curly braces. You can see. So this is how we can write it directly. And if we want to write the return keyword in this one, for that we require this one curly braces. And there are some rules for that. You can take from the notes or you can take from the MDN. Okay. Now return is to just hello. Hello is printed. And then this is how we use the arrow function, and arrow function with no arguments. And we have seen with no arguments also. If we are passing, suppose suppose if we are passing a data here, here we are passing any argument. So then instead of this parameter, we can write it directly like this. We can pass this one like this. And then if you want to store, means you want, if you want to check this data is printing or not, you can go through this one. You can see here 10 is there, 10 has been printed properly. So this is how it will works. It doesn't require a if we are passing a multiple parameters, then it required the this braces, parenthesis, and the curly braces is also important for the return keyword. So this is how there are the some examples are there, some rules are there you can take from here. So this is what we have learned from here. Apart from these functions, there are many functions are there like nested functions and callback functions. Already callback function you have seen here. You can take examples from the MDN and comment here so that others can get refer from them. So thanks for watching the video.